welcome back. Today it's Sunday and we've taken all the bales off the field. I went around yesterday and picked all the bales up. This morning this was drilled. I didn't pick it up on camera, but we drilled it with stubble turnips, which is what we're going to grow for the sheep and cattle this winter. We'll put some red poles out on these fields to eat the turnips, and we'll also put some sheep on here as well, whack a few ewes on. This year it's going to be a difficult start for the turnips when they come up out of the ground. Unfortunately at the moment there's not much goodness in the soil because we had such a good year, so we're going to have to add some fertiliser this year to really get the turnips growing. So we grow a catch crop. Another problem I'm having at the moment is these pigeons. There's one just flown over in there. We've got a massive problem with pigeons with the turnips. Once they're drilled, it seems like every pigeon in the area clocks onto it, and then they come onto the field and basically try and take all of the seeds we've just planted. They try and take them out of the ground. So what I'm going to do is go and get a bird banger later on, or some rope bangers, and just try and scare the birds off today and the rest of this week, just so at least the turnips can get out of the ground. It's just, there's always something, and this year the pigeons and rooks are going to be really bad. But the rollers are doing well. I got them out, they were just on the stack yard, pulled them out and just hooked them up, and they're doing fine. I've got a couple of new tyres actually in the shed to put onto these rollers. If you have a look here, these are the old tram lines from the previous crop. We actually drilled it on an angle, and that's just to hopefully get better establishment. Some people say cross drilling is just a bit better. Sometimes we'll drill both ways with a lower rate. That's a really good solution after harvest, but this way we just did the one pass, and now I'm just rolling them in just to really conserve the moisture. There's plenty of moisture in the ground and it just needs to be conserved, and on, I believe, Tuesday we've got some rain coming in, so yeah, before long these turnips are going to be up out of the ground and well away. So I finished rolling off those two fields, the 30 acres of turnips, and now I'm just back in the yard and we're loading up lorries. I loaded two on Saturday, I'm just loading one this morning, and each bucket load of this spring malting barley on the Diageo contract is about £205 a tonne at the moment. So this bucket carries about 1,000 kilos, so every bucket load is £205 for the farm. How much the farm gets to keep of that is questionable. I would like to think it's certainly £70 or £80 per bucket load the farm gets to keep. We'll have to do some calculations on that, but it should be a good year for profit. And today we've got MA and HV Medlar, which is from Norfolk, and they're just carting several loads in for us to Aylsham, to the Aylsham depot, and then it's going to go off to be used for brewing in the malting barley process. This is my sort of first proper time loading with the Manitou, and it's really good. It's doing an excellent job today, loading up this corn. We've got to be careful with the barley. Each bucket load is valuable this year, very valuable. It was lucky we just got that barley loaded this morning, because I'll tell you what, it's throwing it down now weather-wise. I'm back just moving the rest of these bales. There's another field I forgot to do when I've been rolling in turnips. So we're going to empty this field, and then there's a farmer who needs a hand with carting some grain because of the lorry driver shortage. We'll have to see what we can do, see if we can help them out. I mean, I've sold that Richard Weston for a dump trailer now, so we might hire a trailer later on this afternoon and put the 6155 on it, and go and cart corn for him back to a store in Beckle somewhere. Right, let's get the rest of these bales in first. I like them stacked off, out of the way and done, then it's one job I haven't got to do, and then we can pick these up in the winter. Okay, so earlier on today we had a farmer next door ring us and they needed a hand with carting some grain, but unfortunately I've sold the Richard Weston just over there. So I rang up my friends at AH and they said they've got a higher bulker trailer I can use. So I'm just going to pop that on the John Deere in a minute and we'll be well away to go and cart some grain for some neighbours. And that is absolutely fantastic. So they do muck spreaders, agri hire, and they also do grain trailers. Right, well, I've just been busy this afternoon. I've been checking cattle and livestock down at the Broads, and as you can see on the back, I've just come back home, hooked onto the AH because we're going to head out tomorrow with this and cart someone's grain. And you can see over the road here we've got a little collection just starting to form. That Richard Weston, as I've said, that's going this week. We've got a farm dump trailer, muck trailer, replacing that, and then I'm just going to hire a grain trailer when I need it, really. And then, I mean, maybe I'll look at buying another grain trailer at some point, but it would definitely be separate from the dump trailer, if you know what I mean, because of the farm assurance now, and the rules are so strict. You've got to have one trailer for muck, one trailer for grain, you know. So that's what I'm going to do. And actually, it works out a lot better for the farm because that way you've always got one clean trailer ready to go for grain off a harvest. So I'm just going to park this up tonight in one of these bays here somewhere and make sure the lights are all working. Back in the front, that's all good. That'll be fine for tomorrow. Let's just look at the size of this 18-ton AH next to the Western. It's like David and Goliath. Crazy. It's my little Western. But yeah, she's sold. We're going to go to a better place. Sorry, girl. Had a lot of fun with the Western. It's been a good trailer. Straight trailer as well. No dents or dings. But yeah, she'll be going this week. I think Wednesday they're coming to pick her up and drop the dump trailer off. Alright, so it's the next day and it's been raining all morning. I went down to check the sheep and cattle today and got absolutely soaked in the gator. And then this afternoon I went to visit a neighbouring farmer who's also our farm agent, Andrew, who helps us out. And I picked up one of these. It's a ventilator screw, if you like. And the problem we're having is that the barley's just getting a bit hot at the top. So I put my arm in the barley earlier on today, and it was just getting a bit warm further down. So our plan is if we put this ventilator, this screw in, it will just help to just ventilate and just cool down the barley. And what I'm going to do is I'll leave it on for the rest of this afternoon, and then tomorrow morning I'll get up and probably move it early in the morning further back so that it gradually moves its way around the pile just to keep it cool. So I've got an extension lead there to power it up, and then all we have to do is climb up the pile, screw it up to where this line is. There's a bit of cling film on there, but that's where I'm going to screw it up to. So let's go up the pile. My boots are pretty clean. And this time I'm going to take the extension lead up with me. And then I've just got to put the top on. It's the motor. If you plug it in, it'll start cooling down the barley. There we go. So just keep an eye on it. And then I'll come back tonight and just check on this, make sure it's doing a good job, and then tomorrow I'll move it further back and we'll do that bit, cool that down. Yeah, that's going to do a grand job. So all it's doing is just taking out the hot air and cooling down the pile. Really, I don't want it to get too hot, because if it gets too hot, then we're in trouble. So it might be another week or few weeks yet until we get some more lorries to come and pick the rest of this barley up. So there we go. It wasn't really the day I'd had planned. Thanks to Agri Hire for sorting me out with the trailer, and they've also given me a few extra days with the trailer because of the bad weather. It's now just started spitting raining again outside. And we're cooling down the barley, getting that ready for when it goes off, and then I've been checking the sheep and cattle as well, so it's all coming together. We're finally getting there, but to be fair, I'll be happy when we're in September or October time, when I'm moving cattle back from the Broads and harvest is sort of been done, because it's very stressful this time of the year when you're trying to get everything done, if you know what I mean. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you later on in the week when I'll be out in the Agri Hire trailer, hopefully.